the former CEO of defunct crypto exchange FTX Sam Bankman-Fried's trial, is set to begin in October, barring any postponement. Ahead of the trial, here's some key details to note as SBF faces up to 100 years imprisonment if found guilty by the jury. The U.S. Department of Justice has charged SBF with 7 counts of fraud-related crimes, namely wire fraud of FTX customers, conspiracy to commit wire fraud on FTX customers, wire fraud on lenders to Alameda Research, conspiracy to commit wire fraud on lenders to Alameda Research, conspiracy to commit securities fraud on FTX investors, conspiracy to commit commodities fraud on FTX customers, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Sam Bankman-Fried was initially charged with 13 counts in an earlier indictment. However, the prosecution decided to drop 6 of them, including the violation of campaign finance rules, a charge as those charges didn't form part of the U.S. government's extradition agreement with the Bahamas government. Additionally, the FTX founder had allegedly spent $100 million to fund several politicians' campaigns in a bid to gain political favors. He went as far as using straw donors, violating several campaign laws. Nevertheless, SBF has maintained his innocence and has not pled guilty to these charges. With this in mind, the prosecution must prove its case to the jury beyond a reasonable doubt. The jury is expected to consider all charges leveled against SBF separately and decide whether or not the prosecution has provided sufficient evidence to prove all counts leveled against him. Judge Lewis Kaplan, the judge in charge of SBF's case, had stated that he and his lawyers could request a postponement if they felt they needed more time to prepare their defense. However, going by Judge Kaplan's latest order, SBF's lawyers chose not to file any motion for a postponement, meaning that the trial will begin on October 3 as stipulated. If a postponement were to occur, SBF's trial date would likely be pushed to next year, as Judge Kaplan had stated during the virtual hearing on August 30th. The judge had suggested that the date would be March 11th, 2024, subject to the approval of the Bahamas government. The DOJ will rely on witness testimonies of several co-founders and senior executives from FTX and its sister company, Alameda Research. This is because some of these towering executives were reportedly aware and part of SBF's illicit activities. He's in tying for point, and his top employees turned on Bankman-Fried by agreeing to a plea deal with the prosecutors and were instrumental to the DOJ building up its case against the former Efforts CEO. The executives include former Alameda CEO Caroline Ellison, co-CEO Ryan Salame, and FTX's executive Nish. Meanwhile, Sam Bankman-Fried plans to enlist the services of 7 expert witnesses in a bid to create holes in the prosecution's case. These witnesses are expected to give evidence of various issues, including campaign finance laws, the finances of FTX and its sister company, Alameda Research, and the crypto exchanges, software infrastructure,